everyone, and welcome to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. My name is Denise, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. I want to also thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving here in the U.S., we had a very nice Thanksgiving, although, it was very much subdued, as I'm sure it was for a lot of you. It still was, I think, very successful. My daughter and granddaughter helped with the cooking, and we pretty much really just had a grand time. Now, again, the house is full, Christmas is coming, people are excited, and so there will be interruptions, but that's the way life goes, right? The tree is up. We put the tree up. I think we put it up before Thanksgiving because I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait anymore, and I saw so many people putting up their tree, and so I needed to join in on that bandwagon. And we normally put it up the day after Thanksgiving, so it wasn't so early, but it's up, and I'm happy, and I have a little 4.5-foot tree, and I'm very happy about that. And so the excitement is in the house, and so that's good. I also was able to go to the eye doctor, and again, every time I have one of these appointments, it's an adventure with everything going on. I'm always skeptical about going in, people touching me, that sort of thing. But hey, I survived, and with any luck, I will get a new pair of eyeglasses so I can actually see next month. So, what else do we have going on around here? Well, yesterday was my granddaughter Maya's cheer showcase. Now, you may remember me speaking about her being on a cheer squad a couple of months ago, and some of you guys were so very generous and donated to the cause. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to insert a couple of pictures of her with her uniform on that you guys helped to make possible. And if I can get a hold of the video, I will put a clip of the video at the end as well. We've had a little trouble uploading the video, but I just wanted to again extend my sincere thanks to those of you who decided to contribute to her cheer. She's very happy. They did a fabulous job. It was totally well. The social distancing was handled extremely well. And so I'm very glad that I went. And she's very happy, and she's very proud of herself. And the thing that I want her to get out of all of this at the end is the self-pride. I want her to be proud of herself. So, I guess we should get on with what is going on in the stitching world. And today, I only have one whip, guys. I only have one whip, but it's a good one. I have one whip, and I'm going to announce the giveaway winner. So, before we do all of that, I like to get into the comments and questions because, that's a big part of my life is you guys' comments and questions. So I want to thank you, all of you, for your comments about how you thought I should handle my huge collection of books that I want to stitch from. And so, yes, I will be photocopying the individual charts that I want to stitch and putting them in my new start binder. So I did start that process, and I'm finding that it's also helping me to purge, because I have actually gone through a couple of the books and I'm like, I don't see really anything in here that I want to stitch. And so I copied a couple that I know that I'm gonna stitch, and I think I can share those with you guys now. A couple of them that I know for sure I'm gonna stitch. There's only 2, and this is from the Cross Stitch 2013 Special Collector's Issue. I went ahead and took a photocopy of the front of the magazine, as well as a photo of what it is I want to stitch. And you see there are a lot of little ornaments here. And this one in particular, this little ornament here, is what I would love to stitch. And so I have that pattern all copied and in my binder. The next one is from a book that I have called Ornaments, 50 Designs. Oh, it's Ornaments Galore. And there are 50 designs inside. And this is the cover of the book. And I'm not sure what year this is from, unfortunately. But you see, there's a whole page of ornaments here. And I sort of zeroed in on this sheep. I just think that is so adorable. So that sheep is going in my binder to stitch. So I'm really happy about that. And so, you know, again, thank you for getting my mind in the right direction about what makes the most sense as far as handling those books. So I appreciate that. Now, also, Dawn D wanted to know, because I shared with you last time my progress on the Better to See You With, which is a full coverage piece from the Cross Stitch Studio. And Dawn wants to know if I'm joining the Cross Stitch Studio's 16-month mystery sale in January. She is going to at least attempt it, and not sure that she can keep up with the 200 stitches a day on average, but she's going to try. And that's awesome, Dawn, and I want you to keep me updated. I want to see what you're doing. And she also says she loves being retired and feeling that she could take a nap whenever she feels like it, because last time we were talking about naps and how they were helping to get through some of the stuff that we sometimes have to get through. But I went ahead, and I had not heard about this stitch along. I didn't even know it was about to happen. So I did some research. I found out about the stitch along. I took a good long look at it. And now, Dawn, I don't think that I should take a part in that. And probably as I go on speaking today, you'll see why. You'll see why. I just don't think that's a good idea for me this year. But like I said, I do want you to keep me updated and posted about your progress. Now, Linda K says, I stitch all of my Heaven and Earth designs on 25 count white Lugana 1/1, and I love it. I do not have any problem stitching on 25 count Lugana 1/1 full cross. I am also doing a Haid, and for those of you who don't know what a Haid is, it's a Heaven and Earth designs on 28 count white Jobelin 1/1 full cross, and I love it. Well, Linda, you know, she was talking about how I think I have fallen in love with stitching 1/1. This is really working out very well for me. And so, yeah, I think Linda, this is the key here. Because I think when you first start cross stitching, of course, depending on, you know, where you learn, who you learn from, and what you start with, the general feel is that you need to use 2 strands of floss. And so this is my first foray into the using 1 strand, and I am loving it too. And that is going to bring me right into my whip. So, when I talked to you last time, I said, well, I'm going to spin the wheel tomorrow and figure out what I'm going to stitch on in between getting prepared for Thanksgiving. Okay, this should be a comedy show. Because what was I thinking? Did I really think that I was going to stitch while in between cooking and cleaning and all? Yeah, I really thought that. I really thought that. How funny was that? I didn't put 1 stitch in anything during that period of time. But I had spun the wheel. I spun the wheel. And what came up was Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like when I'm done. It is a beautiful, beautiful sampler. And if you remember, I did restart this chart because I was having all kinds of issues. I didn't like the original floss I chose. And then I didn't like the way the floss looked on the fabric. And and so I restarted it. And what I'm stitching on is 18 count black Aida. And now I'm stitching it 1/1. Let me show you my progress, guys. Oh my gosh. The last time I showed it to you, I hadn't started this bird. I had not completed it. And this is like 3 days of stitching. And let me tell you that this was, for me, stitching bliss. I could not put this down. I didn't want to put this down. I was enjoying stitching on this so much. And that's how I was able to get so much done. I just, you know how you're like, okay, just one more thread. Okay, just one more line. Okay, just one more color. That's how I was. I am enjoying this so much now. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so I am very much looking forward to the next time that I spin this. And again, this is one of the things that I feel very fortunate about, is that everything that I have in my whips, I love. I absolutely love stitching on everything. So I feel really fortunate about that. I also did mention that one of the issues I had when I was working on Crossword at the beginning was I was using 2 strands of floss, and I just was so annoyed by the fuzz of the floss. And so even while I'm stitching now with 1 strand, I do still get some fuzz. It's not as much as I did with the 2 strands. But what I've done, what I started to do was I took this eraser that it came with the what do you call them? My erasable pens. And this is the highlighter that came with those pens. And you see on the end of it here, there's an eraser. And so as I go along and the fuzz starts to accumulate, I simply take the eraser and wipe the fuzz off. It's just making me happy. I'm telling you guys, it's stitching bliss. I could not be happier with what's going on right now with that chart. So, that's going to take me to haul. And, you know, guys, I'm like, oh, I don't have any haul, but that's okay, you know. And then you look at the stuff that you've accumulated, and you're like, where did all this stuff come from? So, yeah, I've got some haul. The first thing I want to share with you is, I've told you I like to share the free charts that I find and download, and actually download. And so this is one. I'm going to fold it because I don't really want to show the actual chart, but I'll show you the picture. And it is Give Thanks by Tiny Modernist. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I like that. I hope I can get this done for next Thanksgiving. That would be so much fun. That is the cutest little turkey. And I think it's only, let me see, it's only 43 by 54 stitches. So it's a really quick stitch. And I think I need a few more quick stitches in my rotation, so this will be really, really cute to get done. I really like that. So I'm gonna leave a link to that if I can find it. I think I can. So if I can find it, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. What else do I have in haul? I got a couple of early Christmas gifts because, you know, this is just the way Mr. Ribbon is. Sometimes he just can't keep a secret. Sometimes I ask him for things and he wants to get it right now. And so I was able to get a sewing machine cover, which, can I tell you how desperately I needed a sewing machine cover. Now, I've had a sewing machine, wow, many years I've had a sewing machine. This sewing machine that I have, I bought maybe 3 years ago, and it pains me, it actually pains me that I have my sewing machine sitting out in the open, just inviting whatever dust it can find to accumulate on it. And I am so happy that I have this sewing machine cover, guys. I'm not going to lift it up because it's got my sewing machine in it right now. But it's one of the hard case universal sewing machine covers. And I could not be happier with it. I also got a mini pedal exerciser, which is just a pair of pedals that sit on the floor, and while you're stitching, which is what I'm using it for, while I'm stitching, I could sit right here and pedal and get some exercise in. And I am loving this as well, because when I'm stitching and crafting, I do tend to take a lot of breaks. I take a lot of breaks because I cannot simply sit for long periods of time. I have to move. I have to move. I have to get up. I got to move around, walk around, something. So this, I think, is a very good thing. I actually feel like I'm getting some exercise in. And so I'm really, really happy with that. And I'm not going to lift that up and show it to you either because it's a little bit heavy. But if you were with me last year, you may have heard me talk about how every year I kind of obsess about my wall calendar. I have to have a wall calendar. And I'm very particular about it. I mean, is anybody else out there, like, do you really care about your wall calendar? It's such a big deal for me. And so last year, my sister gave me a wonderful, perfect fall calendar for my birthday, and that's what we used this year. And so I'm like, oh my God, it's time. I have to hurry up and get my calendar. What am I going to do? And I've been talking to you guys a lot lately about Mary Englebright. And for many, many years, I had to absolutely have the Mary Englebright wall calendar. Well, guess what? I have a Mary Englebright calendar again this year. So here it is, guys. It is back to the drawing board 2021 calendar. And it comes in this nice envelope to keep it, I guess, to keep it safe. And, you know, Mary Englebright fans, a lot of us have a tendency also to hold on to the pictures because they represent her prints that she also sells, and some of them of course are out of print, and so you kind of have a tendency to hold on to them, I think always with the intent of someday framing them and hanging them on the wall. At least that's what my intent is in most cases. I haven't hung one yet, but you never know, right? You never know. Anything can happen. So here's my 2021 calendar, and I'm kind of over the moon over it, and the fact that, yay, I have a Mary Englebright calendar again. And so we also have talked a little bit about planners, and I didn't bring my old ratty planner over here, but I've had this old kind of ratty, now falling apart planner for a few years. I never could really make it work for me the way I really wanted it to work, but of course I've been using it anyway because I have it. And so this year I decided that I was really gonna look for the perfect planner. Okay, here's what I found. And again, I'm in love. Love it. Here's my 2021 planner, guys. And the company is called Katie Daisy. And I love it. It's got this elastic closure here. And what I was most interested in was a place for notes, which it has. It says here, Goals and Dreams 2021, which I think is cute. But the thing I was really, really interested in, guys, was the month at a glance. I had to have a month planner, and it had to have a place on the side for notes. I'm excited about it. If I could find a link for Katie Daisy, I will put that in the description box below as well. So hold on just one moment, guys, and I'm going to be back to talk about the giveaway winner from last time. Okay, so I last time showed you guys the number 4 of 12 in the Prim Stitch series, Kindness and Generosity, from Fat Quarter Shop by Lori Holt of BMI Bonnet Company. Here it is. And the Prim Star Stitch Needle Minder. And I asked you guys that if you were interested in receiving this as a giveaway, to just use the word Prim anywhere in your comment. And the winner of the chart and needle minder is Tanya Parente. So Tanya, please contact me at designmorris1@gmail.com. Tell me what your mailing address is, and I will be sure to get this in the mail to you as soon as possible. Now, I also have a giveaway for this week because, as I told you, I was going through my vast collection of cross-stitch books, and I was able to purge a few things that I know I'm not going to stitch, and I know I'm not going to stitch from. So if anyone is interested in these books, you can absolutely just comment books down in the comments. Put the word books anywhere in your comment, and I will do another drawing next time for the winner of the books. And so what I have for you is, I have this cute Disney Pixar Finding Nemo. It was a free chart. I'm not sure what it came with, but here it is. And you guys know that I am a Disney freak. I'm a Disney fan through and through. I love all things Disney. But for some reason, I don't yet have an interest in stitching Disney. Don't know how much sense that makes. But I know that I'm not going to stitch this, so I'm going to go ahead and give it away. I also have a pamphlet called Work and Play by Dimensions, and it's got a lot of cute little mice in different occupations, I will say. So I'm giving that booklet away. Let's see, I'm going to see if I could see a copyright date. This is a 1993 Dimensions pamphlet, booklet, whatever you want to call it. I also have the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch Christmas magazine from 2004. Look at that. I honestly went through this magazine and I did not see anything in here that I absolutely had to stitch. So I'm willing to pass that along. And last but not least is the Cross Stitcher magazine from spring. Let's see. I don't know. Does it give me a date? I can't really see a date. Oh, April 2008. So here that is. And again, I went through it page by page. Look at those cute bunnies. They were very tempting, but I don't think I'll be stitching them. So I'm going to throw that in as well. So you're going to get 4 different things. As I said, all you have to do is include the word books in your comment. Be over the age of 18 so that you are able to give me your mailing address. Please be a subscriber, because these are things that I like to pass on to those people who are supporting my channel. And I will announce the winner next time. So, I have a couple of announcements. One is that I have included a link in the description box to my Amazon store, which is a collection of things that I have purchased and used and shared with you guys over time. And so they're all just now in one place. I don't believe I finished adding everything to that, but that link will remain in the description box for anything that I mention and have mentioned that, you know, hey, I got this from Amazon. You could simply go to that link and hopefully find it in that store. I also want to let you know that I've had to close my P.O. box. Now, I never expect anyone to send me anything, but just know that I did have a P.O. box. I did have it in the description box below. I've removed it. I no longer have the P.O. box. So if you are planning to send something, please do not send it to that P.O. box. I plan to get another one, just haven't done that yet. But you can always shoot me an email And we can talk about that there. Now, what do I have coming up? What are my plans? Again, this is like the comedy can be, the comedy section, because guys, sometimes we just have the most lofty goals, but you know what? It's like, it's okay. It's okay because nothing's written in stone and life happens and sometimes we change our mind. But this is what I have coming up. Of course, I am planning on spinning the wheel tomorrow to see what it is I'm going to be stitching on for the next few days. I am seriously considering doing a whip parade at the end of the month. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it Christmas week, the week after Christmas, or even in the new year. But I am planning on doing a whip parade. I mentioned to you guys last time that I am definitely doing a New Year, New Start. I have not yet decided what that start is going to be, but as soon as I get my life together, I'll let you guys know what I'm going to be starting on New Year's Day. And so that took me into, you know, crazy town. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get an idea, and then suddenly you find you're in crazy town. Because I think I want to do new month, new start. Like, yeah, I want to start a new project on the 1st of every month. So what I want to know is if you guys are interested in joining me on that new month, new start. And should I make it a stitch along with a hashtag and all that stuff? Let me know what you think about that down in the comments. I'm very interested. But as it stands right now, that's what I plan to do. Now, how am I going to pull this off? I don't know. I don't have an extensive collection of fabric. We know that I only, up to this point, have stitched with DMC. But you see, guys, I keep collecting all of these charts. And so I don't want to just continue to collect them and not have any plans for stitching them at all. So I just thought new month, new start would be great. So where does new month, new start take us? Well, you can't simply ignore the fact that there's mania, right? So I had to think about, okay, what am I going to do in mania? For mania. Well, many of you may know that my son passed away last year in 2019 on May 9th. So I thought, what if I plan 9 new starts for May in his honor and remembrance? I just haven't decided if I'm going to spread the 9 out through the whole month of May, or if I should just start one on May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Stay tuned. I'm working it out. But tell me what you think as well. What would you do? Would you start one every day from the 1st to the 9th, or would you spread it out throughout the month? So that's what I'm working on now. Now, also, I think this is kind of, I don't know, guys, I'm scared to put it out there, but I'm going to do a video next week. You guys know that I've kind of been on a 2-week schedule, a 2-week roll. Okay, so Christmas is coming, and we couldn't be more busier than we are this month. So now I decide, hey, I'm going to do a video every week. But I just wanted to let you know that the video that I plan to do for next week is just going to be a little something different. So make sure you have your notifications checked so you don't miss that. I hope that it'll be a lot of fun and very enjoyable. And also, again, I hesitated for a really long time before letting you guys know this, but I have created a crochet pattern. I am so excited about this. If I can, once again, if I can get my life together, I plan to launch this pattern this month. Oh God. Comedy hour. Comedy hour. I lost my mind. It's okay. It's okay. You guys don't care, right? You don't care that I lost my mind, right? Okay, so that's really gonna be all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to send me photos, shoot me an email of your finishes so that we can continue to celebrate finishes. And again, it can be cross stitch, crochet, knitting, whatever it is that brings you joy. And when you have a finish and you are excited and happy about that finish, we want to share that joy with you. Don't forget about the Facebook group, Black Ribbon Crochet Studio, where we like to post things that we find. We like to post our progress on our projects. And again, of course, those finishes. Now, every week I leave you with words of inspiration. And today I simply want to say, how you speak to yourself matters. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sharing my videos. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you could be notified each and every time I upload a video. And now more than ever, guys, remember love.
Thank you everyone who donated to my cheer fundraiser. I want to thank you all for providing me with this beautiful uniform and me being able to do this, period. I would like to say the people who donated. The first name? Asia McCord, my great-grandma Janet Price, Elizabeth Swims, Cinnamon Stitches, Rick and Stacy, Lucia Stiglitch, Sean Broom, my stepmom Tyrena, my aunt Pat, Sophia, Maddie Hansen, my cousin Samaya Harris, which is Sam. My teacher Miss Dials, and other anonymous donators from my mom's job at Lambda School.